Alrighty, on today's episode, we are going to talk about Punnett Squares. Yay! If you are a nerd like me, Punnett Squares are really fun. Even if they're not fun, they're relatively straightforward. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. But before we dive into that, I just wanted to remind you about a couple of vocabulary terms as far as heredity goes, or genetics. Heredity is the passing down of genetic information. The VIP guy you want to know about when you talk about heredity is Mendel. You want to know about Mendel, you want to recognize that name. He is considered the father of heredity and inheritance in this study. Because what Mendel did is he studied pea plants and was able to look at the ratios of phenotypes. And those are the physical characteristics that we see. So phenotype is the physical trait that you see. So that's things like brown hair, blue eyes, hitchhiker's thumbs, widow's peaks. In the case of pea plants, it was green peas or yellow peas, round peas or wrinkly peas, smooth pods or wrinkly pods. But when we talk about the phenotype, we're talking about the physical trait that we see. The other term that we talk about in tandem is genotype. This is the information on the actual genes. So these are the alleles that you have on your chromosomes. And that's what these letters represent. This is the genotype. And then yellow pea plant, that's the phenotype. So when we go to do a Punnett square, what we do is we figure out our two genotypes, and we're going to put those one across the top and one across the side. So the green pea plant, we'll put that on top, big G, little g. Right, each one of these is an allele. This is the information on one chromosome, and this is the information on the other. Then we have little g, little g. We'll put those on the sides, one along each box there. Then we will take that big G and drop it down. Drop it down. Take the little g, drop it down. Drop it down here. Then we'll take the ones on the side and shuffle them across. Shuffle. Shuffle. And we now have, those are our possible offspring. These are the possible genotypes of the offspring. But if we want to talk about phenotypes, what are they actually going to look like? Then we will have, so up here it says green pea plant is big G, little g, but yellow is the too small. That means big G here means the green pea is dominant. You only need one copy in order to see that phenotype. So that is the dominant trait. So here, big G, little g is going to be a green pea plant. Little g over here is going to be yellow pea plant. Big G down here is green. And little g here is going to be yellow. So we got 50-50 green to yellow. So we'd have approximately half the offspring would be green and the other half would be yellow pea plants. It's not always exactly like that in real life, but that's what would happen, approximately. Let's try one more real quick here and see how it goes. So we have a smooth P and a wrinkled P. So smooth P is big S, wrinkled is little, little s, little s. Drop the big S down, drop it down, drop it down, drop it down. I got my littles that I shuffle. Shuffle across, shuffle across. All right, so all of them, so I have 100% are big S, little s genotype. Now, if we look back here, smooth P is the capital letters, so that means that smooth is dominant. So, all offspring are going to be smooth P's. So I hope that helps, and you guys can continue on with the practice problems.